Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, good morning. In this occasion, I would like to say thank you to this opportunity that have been given to our team to present about virus pathogens and how to control the infection on plant. Before we begin our presentation, let me introduce our team. My name is Jasmine Rahmania with the last three-digit number is 164.
And my name is Rizka Agustino with last study number 158.
My name is Amelia Tinurhayati with last stand number is 165.
First of all, we're gonna talk about what is virus. Viruses are ultramicroscopic living particles which are obligate parasites. Their primary component is nucleic acid, which can be either DNA or RNA, and is coated by a protein coating. The protein coat or envelope protects the virus and allows it to survive outside of a host cell. Plant virus are particles of RNA or DNA that infect plants and cause disease. Most plant viruses are single-stranded RNA or double-stranded RNA virus. Plant virus cannot live outside host cells. Next, we're gonna talk about plant that infected by virus. First, Rhizostungura bacilliform virus or RTBV. Rhizostungura infected rice plants in the field showing stunting and yellow-orange coloration. These pictures in A. This is caused by female of the leafhopper vector of the Tumor virus. Purified particles of the spherical Zika virus and bacilliform betnavirus viruses that together cause the Rhizostungura disease. This is the picture that under the microscope about this virus cause RTBV. Next is tomato yellow leaf curl virus or TYLCV. Tomato yellow leaf curl virus is a Geminivirus from family Geminiviridae. The primary way the virus is spread short distance is by Bemisia whitefly species. This is the pictures that Bemisia whitefly species under the leaves. Over long distance, the virus is primarily spread through the movement of infected plants. TYLCV causes symptoms that include yellowing of leaf margins, leaf curling up or down, reduced leaf size, and flower and or fruit. This is the picture that the symptoms, and this is the picture about the virus under the microscope. Okay, next. Next is cucumber mosaic virus or CMV. CMV is a plant pathogenic virus in the family of Bromophididae. Buckthorn aphids is the primary factor of this virus and spreads rapidly when aphid populations are high in warm and dry environments. CMV causes symptoms that stunted growth, yellowing of leaves, mosaic patterns, ring-shaped spots, curling or shrunken leaves, necrosis, and abnormal development. This is the picture that caused by CMV, and this is the cause of CMV. Next is potato virus Y or PVY. PVY is a plant pathogenic virus of the family of Potyphiridae. PVY is naturally spread by vegetatively propagated material and by potato aphid in numerous species in a non-persistent manner. The symptoms caused by the virus is tuber-necrotic ring spot either in potato leaves or in the potato. So this is the picture that caused by potato virus Y. This is make the leaves have a ring spot. Okay, next.
Next is plant interactions with viruses. Plant virus cannot penetrate directly into initiate infection of host plant cells without assistance that can deliver the virus into the cytoplasm of plant cells. Plant virus can only enter plant cells through bonds that occur mechanically or caused by vectors. Viral infection of the leaf surface occurs in epidermal cells. Viral particles enter through small wounds that do not cause cell death. After entering the host tissue, the virus will seed its coat. The nucleic acid of the virus will join the plant's genetic information system. So it not only replicates from its own RNA, but also determines the formation of viral proteins. To be able to infect plants, a high concentration of virus, 105 virons, is required. Diseased plants will always contain virus during their lifetime, so they are always carried in breeding plants, especially vegetative breeding. Virus infection in plants depends on virus synthesis because infection will not occur if the virus cannot multiply in the host. Next. Symptoms caused by plant viruses. Plant infected with virus can cause a wide range of symptoms in some or all parts of the plants. Some virus can infect plants without causing visible symptoms such virus, but some infected plants may not show symptoms under certain environmental conditions. When environmental conditions change, symptoms may appear. Virus infection affect cell metabolism and causes change in cell biochemistry and physiology. The first one is external symptoms. Uh, External symptoms consist of stunting, mosaic, and ring spot. Stunting, the size of virus infected plants is smaller than normal plants, can occur on all parts of the plants like leaves, flowers, and fruit. The second one is mosaic. The presence of light green, yellow, or white parts of the leaves interspersed with the normal green color of the leaves or fruit. The presence of white parts interspersed with the color of the flower or fruit. The third one is ring spot. The presence of rings of coraces or necrosis on leaves, fruits, and stems. The viruses that cause ring spot is not only transmitted by aphids and leafhoppers, but some are transmitted by nematodes. Next. Internal symptoms. Internal symptoms consist of two genes. The first one is histologic genes. Virus infected plant parts, especially leaves, institutional leaves, and branch of plants can be divided into three groups, which are necrosis or cell death, hyperplasia or excessive cell growth, and hypoplasia or decreased cell growth. The second one is cytologic genes. Viral infection will damage the size and number of starch grains in leaf cells, damage and modification of cell contents, format of organs body, inclusion bodies. Next is plant disease management. Plant disease management is a set of action aimed at preventing, controlling, and reducing the damage caused by plant disease. It involves various strategies and practices designed to maintain plant health, minimize yield loss, and maintain agricultural production. Here are some of the steps commonly taken in plant disease management. The first one is resistant plant varieties. The second one is cultural control. The third one is biology control. And the last one is chemical control.
The first control is resistant plant varieties. So basically, this method involves creating genetically modified plants that is create transgenic varieties with high resistance to viral disease. The second is cultural control. So this method involves manipulating the environment to inhibit pathogen activity plant so symptoms are immediately uprooted and destroyed so as not to become a source of transmission to other healthy plants. The cultural control can by burning or burying them outside the plantation. And then the next control is biology control. There are two examples of biology control. The first is biocontrol, biological pesticide using insect virus such as NPV. Uh, if the plant surface and leaves are eaten by host insects, the virus can enter the digestive tract. And then the number two is antagonistic agents. Antagonist microorganism can directly inhibit pathogens by secreting antibiotics, competing with pathogen for food or space, inducing resistant process within the host and interact directly with pathogens. The last control is chemical control. Plant virus control focuses more on preventive measure and management because viruses are microscopic that spread through vectors. I guess our conclusion from our presentation is viruses are ultra microscopic living particles which are obligate parasites. Their primary component is nucleic acid, which can be either DNA or RNA and is coated by a protein coating. Plant viruses are particles of RNA or DNA that infect plants and cause disease. Example of virus that attack plants are Stingro bacilliform virus, tomato yellow leaf curl virus, cucumber mosaic virus, and potato virus. There are two symptoms caused by plant virus, external and internal symptoms. And then there are four types of plant disease management, namely resistant plant varieties, technical culture control, biological control, and chemical control. Okay, friends, if you have any questions, please write them in the comment section. And thank you for your listening. May all those we have shared be beneficial for all of us. Thank you for listening and see you.